Hey guys, this is Puneet Rastogi, the founder of CryptoCrunch, one place where crypto investors and traders go to for higher knowledge and more profit. Guys, in this video, I'm going to have a candid and a light discussion with you. Before I go on to tell exactly what this video is all about, I'm going to discuss this important quote with you guys. Yes, guys, investment is neither a science nor an art. I honestly don't recollect where I read this quote because I've read it more than a decade ago. But if I recollect it correctly, it was by Mr. Peter Lynch in his book One Up on the Wall Street. Uh, this quote has had a huge impact on my thinking and my belief, and it is basically the bedrock of all my mindset when it comes to investing. This quote goes on to explain that had an investment been a science, all the scientists would have been millionaires by today. Similarly, had investment been an art, it would be the artist who would be ruling the Wall Streets today. It's important to understand that investment is a combination of a lot of things. Yes, it is a combination of science and arts, but along with it, it is also a combination of common sense, your ability to analyze the situation, analyze your environment. Apart from that, the one of the most important component of investment would be your correct investment mindset. Having a healthy investment mindset is not an overnight job. It is no different from your daily exercise routine, your running routine, your swimming, gymming routine, or probably what you eat in your breakfast. A healthy investor mindset can make you millions and take you places. In this video, I'm going to discuss 5 tips that is probably going to tone or improve your mindset as an investor. Guys, if you haven't already, I would request you to please subscribe to my channel. I do give out time to time videos and several calls, be it investment or trading, and I do give out fundamental analysis videos as well. If you think they benefit you, please do subscribe to my channel. Now, to be honest, I already know this is not going to be one of my most popular videos. In fact, I know it's not going to do well at all. How can I say so? Well, have a look at this meme, guys. Whenever there is a trading call, a call for buying or selling predictions, without no credentials, people do that abruptly. It astonishes me how people flock to these YouTubers without any credential checks or check on their merits, their background, their capabilities of giving these calls. So trust me, guys, the worst thing that you can do is start taking calls by anyone and everyone. You really need to start analyzing these calls on your own. That's what I try and do in this channel. I don't just abruptly give you calls. I try and explain you why I'm giving those calls to you. Regarding calls, I have given 2 calls in March. Both of them were fabulously successful. I had given 3 calls in the last video. And just yesterday, I had messaged on my Twitter account to book partial profit for more than 100% in all those 3 calls. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check out my video for the April pick. And all my 3 April pick have done very well. So have my March picks. But what you really need to take away from this video is how do I get into those picks? How do I choose these cryptocurrencies that I know are going to outperform the market? That's what you really need to think about, guys. And that's exactly what mindset is all about. It is not a one-day job. It is a tedious exercise, a discipline that you have to do daily, just like jogging, just like going to the gym. It's the same discipline that you need to adapt to become a good investor. So guys, here are 5 small but yet very important tips of how you can achieve the right mindset for being a good investor or trader for that matter. So number 1 is have a plan and an exit strategy in mind. Guys, it's very important. You need to formulate a plan before investing. You shouldn't jump into the pool and try and start swimming. You first need to learn how to swim. You first need to plan it out. At the same time, you need to know what is your exit strategy. How do you want to exit? If you don't have an exit strategy in place, trust me, eventually, just like in a casino, even if you've won initially, you will end up losing all your gains. So always have a plan in place and an exit strategy in place. You need to know exactly when do you want to exit, how do you want to exit, what are the goals for which you are trying to gain this wealth. When you're investing in cryptocurrencies, what are the long-term or short-term goals that you want to satisfy? Once you know them, try and exit them as you have decided. The next important rule for the correct mindset is you need to have strict discipline when it comes to asset allocation. At the same time, when it comes to your portfolio management, guys, it's very important that you do not keep all your eggs in one basket. I know I'm talking like your wealth manager or your typical investment banker, but trust me, guys, these rules are made for a reason. You need to have strict asset allocation depending on your age, your ability to take risk, your goals in life. It's very important. You can have a look at my video which I'd made very initially, and obviously this video sounded pretty boring and did not do well, but it has some very valuable information in it. So check it out, guys. Once you have asset allocation in place, once you know how much you have to invest in cryptocurrencies, it's very important you have a proper portfolio. Another thing is you shouldn't mix your investment portfolio with your trading portfolio. Let's say if you're a trader, then please don't mix your trading portfolio with your investment portfolio. If you have invested something for long term, keep it separate. I see a lot of my friends and my family do this mistake time and again. They basically buy something for trading, and when the stop losses hit, they're not willing to sell it. And they say, okay, it's a fabulous coin, or it's a fabulous cryptocurrency, or a fabulous stock, so let me keep it for long term. That's a very wrong thing to do, guys. Have the discipline to sell off at the right time also. Beat a loss. If your stop loss hits, you need to sell it. The third important rule is you need to learn the art of content, patience, and satisfaction. I see a lot of traders who have done so well over time, but yet they feel that they could have ridden a little longer and earned more money. Guys, you need to understand. Let's say if you take a call of buying Bitcoin, let's say $5,000, and you sell it at $8,000, that Bitcoin ends up going to $10,000. Yes, probably you'll think that you could have ridden it a little longer and you would have made $2,000 more. But what if that Bitcoin very next day crashed to $2,000? In that case, you have lost $3,000. Guys, you need to be content with the profit that you have made. As I said, you need to have targets. Once your target is achieved, you need to partially book the profit or wholly book the profit. Again, depending on your comfort level. But you need to read books, you need to meditate if required, you need to exercise or walk a lot, eat healthy, but you need the presence of mind, you need satisfaction, content, and patience when you're dealing with cryptocurrencies for that matter, because cryptocurrencies are highly volatile, right? And if you think that they are not letting you be satisfied, or they're basically um, they're being detrimental to your health, then probably cryptocurrency is not your piece of cake. The fourth tip is easier said than done. And trust me, even I have problems adhering to this tip. But it's a very important tip, guys. You need to develop your mind, you need to develop your temperament to stay away from FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. At the same time, stay away from FOMO, which is fear of missing out. You basically need to filter out the noise, guys. This is one thing that even the best traders and investors in life, if you ask Warren Buffett today also, he wouldn't be able to say that he himself is 100% capable of filtering all the noise in the market. You need to learn to do that. A lot of noise, a lot of misinformation or misrepresentation of facts can result in a lot of FUD or FOMO, and you make wrong decisions in that. So you basically need to tone your mind and your body in such a manner that you can filter out these noise signals from the market. And I've kept the best for the last, guys. The fifth tip is the single most important tip, and the best investors or the traders are going to give you the same tip. So the fifth tip is basically that you should never fall in love with your investment. No matter if you're trading a cryptocurrency for short term or you're holding it for a long term. If the reasons for which you're holding the currency or a stock for that matter has changed, you need to cut it loose, guys. Even if you're making a loss on it, you need to cut it loose. And that's very important. I myself have done it in the past, and I've learned from my mistakes. This was good 8 years ago when there was one particular stock which had given me fabulous returns. And once I started, its fundamental basically started to fall apart, and yet I held on to it. Later on, that stock neutralized almost all its return, and basically I did made a loss on it. So this is very important, guys. If any securities, be it a stock or a cryptocurrency which has given you the returns, if its fundamentals have changed, if the reasons for which you basically purchase that cryptocurrency has changed, you need to cut it loose. So never ever fall in love with your investment, guys. So guys, here are these 5 tips to try and improve your temperament and investment mindset. This is one very important thing, or one very important missing piece of a puzzle. Once you have this correct mindset of investment, trust me guys, the sky's the limit. I hope this video was informational to you. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I really do request you to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. Have a great day, guys, wherever you are. Have a wonderful morning, wonderful evening, or a great evening. See you.